Hi, I'm back on this channel that I am just so consistent on. You might be wondering why my wall looks a little janky. That is because it is. So this right here is a green curtain. Yes, you heard that right, a green curtain. That is sheer. I have another one here because it is a 2-panel curtain that is meant for windows, but we're putting it on a wall. Because why not? And I'm also trying to do a flower wall. My original idea was to do like a full flower wall, and then I realized that would take a lot of fake flowers, and that's a lot of time and money spent at the dollar stores. So we're doing this. Well, we have already done this. And we're gonna be doing not the rest of it, but we're gonna be filling in some other parts here today. And for anyone that watched my last video, when I talked about how I wanted to bedazzle the microphone that I was using, guess what I did? I did it. I bedazzled it. Some of the things fell off, but it's very cute. Soon enough, I'm just gonna start bedazzling everything that I own, and I'm pretty ready for it. Because that sounds like it sounds like a lot of effort. And really not the best time. But the outcome though? Also, let me tell you some exciting news. I got a chain today. Okay? I got it from Vitali. I think it's pronounced Vitali. I originally thought that the brand was called Vitality because when I looked at it the first time, my brain said, yep, that says Vitality. And I just said, yeah, okay, sounds good. And I just ran with that until I started watching reviews on YouTube, and I quickly realized that it was Vitali. Big brain tings. This is a stainless steel chain. It is beautiful. It's heavy. Like, it's got good weight to it. I'm like, okay. I am so icy. Okay. When everyone else is living in summer, I'm gonna say I live in winter all year round. Okay? That was very extra. But you gotta do it to him. Okay. Another thing that's exciting is this shirt. I've had this shirt also for a while. I got it while thrifting. It's a Post Malone candy paint shirt. And look at the back. A bloody eyeball. Because who doesn't want that on a shirt? Anyways, back to the actual point of this video because I am all over the place. Nothing is new. I'm gonna put this up, so it's gonna look like this. I obviously have lights set up here, so it's gonna be cute. And then when we're all done, we're gonna put on the lamp. I've got my essential oil diffuser with some lemon oils going through to like set the vibes. I also have some Himalayan salt lamps, and I don't know if I'm allergic to that, which I didn't really think was possible, but I turned it on one time. Well, I mean, like, I did it a couple times, but I would start sneezing after it would be on for a little bit. So I'm like, am I allergic to this salt lamp? Because that's kind of weird. But I'm not allergic to this, and it, you know, chill vibes. I set it on pink. Because, you know, pink and green and the flowers and it all just goes together, you know, why not? Pink. So yeah, we're gonna get started on the wall now. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna lift this up for a little bit so we can have like a normal conversation, you know? Anyways, what I was saying. So I was playing Animal Crossing for the GameCube a few days ago. And I hadn't played it, like, I caught up like a few weeks ago. You know how after you don't play for a while, it spawns a lot of weeds? So like you have to pick them out of the ground. I spent, and I am not very proud of this, I spent like an hour and a half going around the majority of the map. I didn't do all of it because I gave up, but I did the majority of the map of just pulling out weeds. Like there were so many, I was just going like section through section, just pulling weeds. It was super addicting because I was like, okay, I'll do this section, then I'll be done. I'll do this, done. I was up until like 4 a.m. Nobody else is gonna do it. You know, your neighbors are leaving their lawns unattended, and like, what are you to do? You have to be a good citizen and pick all the weeds. I forgot that I had a loose sunflower down here. It doesn't go all the way down on the one side, but that's fine because you can't tell that. You wouldn't have known that unless I just told you that, and I decided to just be straight up and tell you. Let's turn on our lamp now. I love this lamp. I spent so long trying to find a good lampshade, and that's unfortunately all I could come up with. I just need to be very careful. Like, everything in this room is so compact because it's a very small space. But we do what we can. So these are all the flowers that we have today. We've got this sunflower, which I love. And we've got all these other flowers with some hair stuck to them. I love fake flowers. Like when I walk in the dollar store and I walk out with a bouquet like this, I guarantee people are just like, why? But I'm like, because serotonin. So I think I might want to use zip ties to tie these together. So I just want to do like a whole line down the middle just like that. Would that be dumb? We'll try it anyways. The amount of effort that I put into this isn't ridiculous because design is very important to me. At one point in my life I wanted to go to school for interior design. That didn't happen. I'm currently uneducated. Well, I mean, I graduated high school, but nothing more. So we have them zip tied like this. I really like these. I feel like those could, well, I don't know. What else has been happening? Just a lot of like dull, real life type stuff. Not very worth talking about because I don't want to bring negativity here. You know, I don't want to. Stuff like this is so fun. Some nice, wholesome crafting. Can't really go wrong. You got this. Oh, okay, let's not do that. I'm gonna need y'all to tell me, does this look dumb? I mean, I guess that looks fine. Ooh, I kind of like it actually with the other panel. Yes. We're getting technical. We're using the word panel. How do you propose that we're going to stick this to the wall? Please tell me. I'm sweating. And that was very necessary to let you know. Okay, we're making progress. We just glued this to the wall. I like how that looks. There. How do you feel? I do want to keep the stem for this one, but that's actually perfect because then it's easy to stick the other ones on. I've been watching a lot of murder mysteries, like, I think her name's Eleanor Neal. I love her, and I love her videos. Oh, they're so good. I watched the KFC massacre today, and like, wow. Insane. I love it. I mean, I don't, because it's sad that that happens, but it is very intriguing, and I'm very fascinated by things like that. Speaking of weird things to be obsessed with, though, I love the show The Unexplained with William Shatner as the host. I love stuff like that. Finding out about all these weird, like, conspiracy theories and just facts about stuff. Because one of the episodes was about, like, mummies and mummification and, like, you know, stuff like that, along that realm. Too many times I've had this conversation about how I want to be mummified because I want to be treated like royalty. Like, I want to have, like, a sarcophagus. But then there was also, like, near the end they were talking about, I think it was, like, ancient Buddhist monks or something like that, that would mummify themselves over the course of, like, years and years and years. Because apparently they would drink, like, tea that contained this type of wax. So it's like they're turning their organs to wax slowly throughout the course of years. And, like, they showed pictures of, like, right before they die, and it's just like, why would you do that? Like, I get their reasons for doing it, but, like, could you imagine that process? You gotta be dedicated. Like, you're for the lifestyle of becoming a mummy. My favorite episode to date was about the moon, and I don't know how much y'all know about the moon. I don't know why I keep saying it, but the moon is so sickening. Oh, I love the moon. I knew basically nothing about the moon before I watched that episode, and now I just know things about the moon. I didn't realize how crucial the moon is to, like, everything. I didn't realize it was magnetic. If you're gonna get one thing out of this, please watch The Unexplained. And if you're only gonna watch one episode, watch the one about the moon. Watch the one about the moon. I love the moon. I don't know about you guys, but I think that looks really cute. Look at that! Look at us go. We're, like, doing stuff. I also have this mini disco ball that I got from Dollarama so long ago, which is part of the setup. I have a hook already put up. Let's just see how that looks. I think it's a little bit too high up for you guys to see right now, so let's lift it. That's what it looks like. Look at that. Let's get the full vibe. shall we? I do love the disco ball. Let me tell you. Miley Cyrus, Midnight Sky vibes. Period. Oh my god, the wheeze. Dude, I have not taken my inhaler today. I am the next spokesperson for Symbicort. I'm gonna be in one of those commercials where it's like, you know, the list of side effects is much longer than the benefit. I'll set the scene. It's me going for a light jog down this random parkway trail. The narrator voice comes in. Do you want to live a longer, healthier, happier life so you can spend time with your loved ones and get those gains as I'm running, you know? And then I'm running. It's beautiful. It's very cinematic. But that's just the first 10 seconds. And then the dramatic violin starts playing. And it goes, warning, may cause severe allergic reaction, death, kidney failure, loss of breath, extra breath, too much breath, death. Me when I take my inhaler. But hands down, my favorite part of the Symbicort commercials is the fact that it's only old people, which just indicates that you have to be elderly to be on this medication. There was a brief moment in my life that I didn't take my inhalers, and I feel like it was like a couple months, and then I'd take them like every once in a while when I was feeling a little short of breath, and now I'm back on it every day. Especially with everything that's going on, I'm like, I don't need to take any chances. Just stock up on the air. I'm gonna call this done for today. The bottom of it looks a little bit weird, but it's not too bad. But yeah, this is what our little setup looks like. I'll just lower you guys again. I'm feeling accomplished about it. I think it looks so good. Love that I can have all these flowers and not have a severe allergic reaction because they're fake. But what if one day they just turned real? Like I just wake up, my throat's closing, and I'm just like, what's up? And here's me thinking that it's my Symbicort, being like, I'm experiencing the kidney failure, just like they said in the commercial. But, you know, I don't think that's gonna be it. But those commercials are crazy. It's like, don't use if you have literally any pre-existing condition ever for anything, even if it's not related to the product that we're trying to sell you. But if you have any pre-existing condition, if you use conditioner for your hair, count yourself out. But then they end it with some nice, you know, uplifting music like and then you're just like, fine, I'll call my doctor. I think I'm gonna go make a snack. I might have some popcorn, which is also weird. I've never been a popcorn person. Let me tell you a quick little backstory, because what else would I do? I used to hate popcorn so incredibly much. It was like the bane of my existence for like at least a few years. You know how in elementary school when they would have you like watch a movie or like a video or whatever, they would like pop some popcorn and pass them out on paper towels, which is very low blow. Sometimes I would try to eat a couple pieces and I'd be like, that ain't it, and I'd just pass them off to somebody else, or like immediately they'd offer and I'd be like, no, just give them to somebody else, somebody that likes popcorn, because but now I love popcorn. And it's weird. Let me tell you another story, actually, now that we're on this topic of like completely random and unnecessary and very frankly unimportant story times. I've been trying to work on my fear of spiders. And like the spiders that we get here aren't even that bad. So I'm just like, okay, whenever I'm gonna travel to like Australia, especially Australia, but like literally if I'm traveling anywhere, most of the time, the typical house spiders that they have is going to be a lot worse than what we have here. So it's like if I can't even handle a little tiny house spider here, I'm doomed. When I used to have a vanity in my room, I dropped something on the floor one night and I had it completely like empty underneath because there was only like this much space between, you know, the bottom of the vanity and the floor. And I, you know, crouch down, I look under there and I see a spider and I'm staring at it. And I think I stared at it for like 10 minutes, minimum. Because back then, when I would see a spider, I'm putting it in quotations because it wasn't a spider, but we'll get to that. But when I saw a spider, I would literally freeze. Like I had nothing. I was like, what do I do? Like it's looking at me, I'm looking at it, and I assume it's gonna kill me because I can't fight back against the spider. It's not moving, and it's like, it's on top of like the bottom of the vanity, so it's not on the ground. It's just like, you know, tucked in the corner there. So I get a ruler and I'm poking at it like very sheepishly, because, you know, I'm a sheep, I guess. But I was poking at it and then it dropped, and I recall I shrieked a sizable amount, like a good level of like, you know. So after it drops, I run away, and I'm expecting it to start running, because if that was a real spider, it wouldn't just like drop and just be like, oh my god, I can't believe you've done this. It would run, obviously. And I'm staring at it for another at least 5 minutes, probably like 10 minutes, so I've devoted at least half an hour of my time to this ordeal. And then I'm staring at it, and it's a clump of hair. It's a clump of hair! It's not even a spider, it's not even a living thing of any kind. Well, I guess hair is living, but like, not like that. Hair isn't gonna grow legs and run away. Like, and hair isn't gonna bite you. So that was another instance that made me feel like an idiot. So I'm trying not to be scared of spiders anymore. I'm at the point now that like, if I see a spider, I won't kill it. And I've started convincing my mom not to kill spiders, and my friends, I'll be like, no, they're just chilling, they're vibing, you know? And I'm trying to think of them more as like dogs, like weird interdimensional dogs that just are a lot more terrifying. Yeah, it's hard to convince myself of that. But there was one night that I had, like, I was sitting on my bed, it was the middle of the night, and I had my pillow on me, and I just see a spider walking on it, and I didn't even freak out. I backed up, I was like, ooh, and I made a video of it just like walking around, and I was like, this is actually pretty chill vibes, because the little like white house spiders that are in that video, they don't really spook me that much. But there was another video that I had that I don't think I have anymore, I might, but I was sitting in the living room, and I was literally right about to go to bed, and a big, I think it was like a hunter spider or something, it just walks out from underneath our living room table, and I was like, like I didn't even move. It was one of those situations that I just sat there and I was like, and then it literally turns around and it's just looking at me. And there was basically a video, it was like 2.5 minutes long, of me freaking out, and I ended up standing on the couch and just freaking out, yelling to myself, being like, ah! What? Yeah, okay. But then it just walked away, went under the couch, and I haven't seen it since. So I hope it's thriving. I just don't want to see it. Based on that, the most recent story that I will tell you, and the last one of the day. A little while ago, I was literally right about to go to bed. It was around like 3 a.m., as it usually always is. And I take off my glasses because I was that close to being, like, you know, sleeping in bed. I took off my glasses so I can no longer see. So I look up to my ceiling and I see a blob. I put on my glasses and that blob quickly turned into a spider. And I was like, rude. So then I end up spending like 5 minutes kind of like staring it down, doing like that old style saloon stare down, and then I catch it in my spider cup. I have a spider cup. I guess it's not really a cup. It's like this. Not really a cup. So I just take the lid off of it, you know, catch it in here, and then it's just running around, whatever. I have some cool artsy pictures of it in here too, actually. I bring it downstairs, and I was about to put it outside, and then I look up and there's 2 of the same kind of spiders above our front door. And then I turn around again, and there's an even bigger one of the same kind of spiders right above our staircase. And usually that would cause me to have like a full-on mental breakdown. I probably would have cried, being my old self. But now I'm just like, okay, what's the point of me letting you outside if the party's in here? I never thought this would be who I am. But I open the container and I let it walk out into the living room, and it goes in like parties. I was literally having like full-on conversations, which is what happens every single time I catch a spider now. So that's where I'm at. A little bit delusional, but in a good way, because I'm like, I'm not gonna kill you. We're vibing. I just let it out, I let it live its life, and I'm like, see you again sometime in the future. And I haven't seen it yet, but I don't want to jinx it. But it's weird because you know that feeling right before you see a spider? and then you do, and you're like, psychic abilities. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. Hope you have a good rest of your night or your day, or like, whenever you're watching. I will talk to you later, because I know if I just keep the camera on, I'm just gonna keep talking, and this will be a very long video, but probably already is. I'll see you in my next video, so bye!